Alright boys, welcome back. So the Black Asta banner is leaving in literally a few hours now. In fact, it's probably already left on certain servers, but it's now time to start talking about what to save for next and who are the big characters coming next towards Black Clover Mobile. But of course, before we get into that, boys, if you guys are new, of course, subscribe to the channel. If you can, hit the like button too, it will help the video get out there and let more people know what to summon for next. So before that as well, I haven't uploaded on the channel for the last few days. I've just been busy with my brother's actual BBS award intro, so that's literally why I haven't really made too much videos in the last few days. So we got to start talking about the next banner, which is currently out right now, that I didn't even know what these characters do. To be fair, I still don't know what they do, so take my opinion for a grain of salt, but not really, because, well, I don't think these guys are really good characters. We're not going to dwell too much onto them because they are not worth summoning for. They are standard SSRs, so they will go into the general SSR pool. So mean the next festival banner, Mereoleona, these characters will be on it and going on forth every single banner going forward. So if you happen to pull on them, sure, maybe you can use them in some content, but you're generally not going to use these characters. Even the skill pages for a supporter, not that great. And then for a defender, we already have some pretty good ones here. Grants fortifying cruises. I mean, that could be alright if you max it out, but probably not. Alright, to start off with the next banner that we know is coming in literally 10 days time, and that will be obviously the Season 5 banner. Once again, always look towards your standard season summon to see when the season is going to reset, and that obviously will be when we do get the new season. And this will be a new Charlotte, which they absolutely just love in this game for some reason, but also a Magna as well. Unfortunately, Magna's not got the hairstyle we had from the manga. It's just like a normal hairstyle. It's a lot better when it's like kind of down a little bit, but doesn't really matter too much. But by far, the big star of the banner is this seasonal Charlotte, who you could pick up for free with the actual Gateway for Union, so you can always just get her without even summoning. But you do want to get the character 2-star, very much like how we had the new Halloween Noelle, where she's actually okay at obviously 1-star, but when you do get her to 2-star plus, she does get her first awakened passive, which is going to grant the highest ally attack with a barrier of her own max HP every single time, which is insane. The character is meta also as well. She can actually 100% chance if you level up the skill, you can actually decrease the skill cooldown and also grant status immunity for 2 turns. Like, the reason why I love Radis and even Asta a 5-star is because I can guarantee get the status immunity onto them on my whole team, where this one she can do it to an ally as well. Like, it's insane. Like, this is a character you definitely want to pick up. Even, well, as a free character, you're going to pick her up over Magna. And if you want to summon in the banner to get 2 copies of her, or try to, while also trying to get a skill page and a Magna skill page, and even just get a Magna so you just have a copy of him, this is going to be a good season to summon on. Especially going forward. I mean, there are going to be some big banners coming up next, but the other seasonal characters like Yami and Luck and even Charlotte and Mimosa, they're not that great. This is going to be like the last good, like, yo, this is a really good season. So, yeah, you're mounting a summon on this banner. I mean, yeah, looking at a kit more as well. Combine attack that actually gives a partner an actual barrier. If you have a full green team, you're giving all of them barriers. Her ultimate is going to reduce damage taken, defense penetration, and also extend the barriers for another turn. Yeah, it's going to be a really, really good character as well. Now, there is one thing I want to point out towards this actual Charlotte, and it's not really just, I mean, kind of is towards her, but other characters going forward as well. We have got leaks about this new Uno coming, the Spirit Dive Uno, which, if we look at his skills and just what he does, he looks very, very good. But more importantly, his tier 2 skill, which is a 2-turn cooldown, is you can apply barrier immunity. So I do imagine in the future, the new Spirit Dive, will be broken and be a must-use in a lot of teams. And it will kind of counter the Charlotte. Now, to be fair, that's in about, once again, we might get him a bit earlier on Global, but in about like 3 months. I mean, granted, you can still use a character for that time period, but I will say for me personally, once again, my opinion might change when I get her and use it a little bit. You know, she might get counted very, very quick on Global. So, once again, we don't know just yet because the global schedule is a bit weird, but just do know a counter for the looks of it for her might be coming sometime soon. Magna is obviously the next character on the banner, and he's okay. If you want to use like the 4 mono red team that is kind of built up a little bit, he's going to be an okay addition from towards it, I think. Once again, removing barriers, which would kind of be a good counter towards the Charlotte, since he is to have advantage as well. You can also kind of like Julius, kill someone, get him a turn, remove barriers. So he will be a kind of a good counter towards the actual Charlotte. But I don't know. I feel like he's kind of okay, right? Very much like that Charmy we just got, where like if you build Charmy up and actually max her out, she's going to be a really good character, but it's not something that everyone wants to chase unless you want to build up the burn team, unless you want to use the mono red team. So if you happen to pull for a few copies of him while going for Charlotte, then you can probably build him up a little bit. But unless you, well, to be fair, if you want the Magna, then you're already summoning. If you don't really care or know too much about him, then you probably don't want to go for him. So yeah, that is the only banner we know guarantee is coming in 10 days time. But with the pattern we've gotten right now, we can probably predict what's going to come in between that season, and that will be the Witch Queen. Now remember, the Witch Queen dropped before Black Asta on JP and KR, where we haven't gotten her to drop yet, so she's very likely to be like the first next banner. Plus, I think she's like the only character left, including Fana, that's like not a seasonal character, so she's most likely going to be dropping in about 3 weeks time, or maybe 2 weeks time. No, but yeah, about 3 weeks time basically. So I don't need to talk too much about the character. You know, if you want Black Asta, then or if you have Black Asta built up and you really like Black Asta, she is going to be a really top tier character, because what you can do, if you don't know, is just set Asta's HP, the highest attack or highest defend character, to 30% max HP, which is obviously below his anti-magic threshold, which is just going to guarantee him always being a DPS character. And you can also, if you use the full mono red team, make him immortal, so he's always got one turn where he can pop off. He's also got lifesteal as well. And yeah, she is just going to be a must-have for Black Asta if you want to use him. So, yeah, not really too much to say about Witch Queen. I'm probably going to be summoning. However, there is one character coming out probably soon afterwards, which might make me not summon. But before we get towards her, let's go towards the banner released alongside this one, which would be a new Fana. So yeah, Fana, she is a character that looks really, really fun to play around with. And as you can see, in terms of PvE and PvP, she's actually pretty good, right? Now, once again, it kind of comes down to building towards her, and you really want to get her to, like, you know, 2-star plus. It's kind of where we're going now with this game, is you want to get everyone a 2-star. But yeah, you want to use like a full mono green team a little bit here. She's kind of a burn character as well. You can barrier remove as well from random ally. I mean, look at what she's got going on right now. You can apply hatred. Now, it's kind of very similar towards how we have the actual green jack right now. His whole gimmick is building up the miscalculated, and when he has 3 of them, he can kind of do like one massive nuke, which actually is pretty insane. It feels like they took that gimmick and just made it better, because she can do it more reliably. Once again, play 8 hatred during her single target skill, play 2 of them with the 8 or this actual AoE skill here, is doing a bunch of burns, and also can remove barriers. And then when you use the ultimate, you're gonna do basically the same thing, right? Do a lot of damage, do more damage per hatred, also perform extra attacks for the hatred. It's like, this character's gonna be insane. So yeah, in terms of summoning for the character, it's going to be very, very hard, because once again, we just had Season 5, unless you plan to skip that one, then you're going for the Witch Queen, and if you don't want Witch Queen, then fair enough, you can go for the Fana. But in terms of summoning for all 3 of those banners, it's going to be very, very hard. I feel like, personally, I'm just going to get more value going for the Witch Queen, just get her once, because just setting Asta down will make him OP, where unless you've been building up the actual, you know, burn team with, like, you know, maxed out Charming, maxed out the new maxed out Magna as well, maybe even starting to save for obviously Mereoleona, then you know, she can probably carry herself a little bit. But once again, you want to build up that mono green team. You probably want to get the Charlotte as well. So there's a lot to build up towards this actual you know, Fana, where Witch Queen, for example, you've probably already done most of the work because you built up your Asta. So yeah, she'll be more reliable. Bear in mind, once again, these 2 characters are just the standard SSR, so you can get them in the future anyway. Okay, so after that banner, we had a new season. However, Season 7 on JP didn't bring any new characters, because I think it's when you got Black Asta, right? So the big character we're probably going to get for Season 7, since we're not going to get any seasonal characters, probably will be Mereoleona. So she'll be dropping probably at the start of the season. So in about 5-6 weeks time, like not far away basically. So Mereoleona will be the next festival character, and she will be, once again, everyone's favorite. I mean, it's Mereoleona. I don't have to talk too much about her, right? Regardless of what she did, people are going to summon for her. But she actually is a pretty good character, and actually just a character you want to get up as well. Once again, my opinion on festivals, regardless of them being, you know, must summons or bad mids, whatever you think of them, they are limited characters. They don't return too often. And then when you do return, they're on their own banner at a time when you're trying to summon for the newer festival. So Mereoleona, I feel like everyone should be saving for. Kind of with either someone for Fana, or someone for Season 5, or someone for obviously the Witch Queen. So you basically have one banner to summon for before you get to Mereoleona, so you got to pick and choose, unless you want to go crazy for her, which I probably will be doing. So yeah, that's kind of the next big banner. In terms of afterwards, we don't know exactly. what they're going to be doing, because we do have season 8, which would be Luck and obviously Yami. We have the new season 9 party outfit characters for obviously Mosa and also the William. However, I feel like they might do something different in global, because we once again we're trying to catch up towards JP. Is probably release these characters for free, like how we had obviously the season 3, which was the Asta, and soon to be the actual was it Vanessa. So I imagine we're gonna get one of these seasons for free and just accelerate faster towards JP, so we can hopefully catch up and all get Spirit Dive, you know, at the exact same time. But yeah, once again, boys, to wrap up to this video, let me know who you lot summon for. But once again, I feel like the only reasonable summon banners are gonna be season 5, which would be for that new Charlotte. And then probably just getting Witch Queen, just because most of us have probably gotten Black Asta. And then after that, just save strictly for obviously Mereoleona. And then finally, to wrap up the video, once again, these characters aren't out just yet, but they are coming soon to JP and Chaos, so maybe look out to see what these characters actually do and how they impact the meta. And also, these are just more canon characters, which we don't get too often, and they're always nice to see. And that is obviously Zora, which... do I need to say much about it? Zora, and obviously Vanessa with Roge. And yeah, these two... once again, they're going to be like kind of must summons. Once again, these are standard SSRs, so they will go into the general SSR pool, which means they can be skipped here. But I just got finished rewatching my Black Clover again. I watched basically the whole Elf arc and, you know, the Spade arc as well. And as seeing these characters are, like, I want to get all... I cannot wait until we do get, like, the time skip versions and we move more towards the Elf arc, which was so close. Well, literally, I mean, we've got Mereoleona, which is basically the start of Elf arc, and we're now going to Spirit Dive. So, yeah, there are a lot of big characters coming, and I cannot wait. So boys, thank you for watching today's video, and yeah, let me know who you lot summon for. Like I said myself, I'm probably gonna go for Witch Queen. Maybe do a bit summons on season 5 to hopefully try and get either one Magno or Charlotte, and then just guarantee the other one, and then just start saving wholeheartedly for obviously Mereoleona, because it's Mereoleona. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.